What's the big difference between Chrome and uh, Google as far as that? What is Chrome is a search engine versus
Chrome is more digital, so like Sony TV, your iPad, your Wii. Oh, sorry. Chrome is more digital, so your Sony TV, your iPad, your Wii stations, PlayStations, those hold Chrome, not regular Google search. Your Rookie and all that stuff, the other platforms that you just use digital TV on, also use Chrome. Firefox is the different search engine itself.
so to try to be consistent? I mean, is it appropriate to have Chrome on your computers, or and not you worry about?
It depends what platform you're using. Some of the digital media will only work on Firefox, like my Leaf only works on Firefox. Sony TV only works with Chrome. So it just depends on your media.
Okay. And then the problem. What is the problem with having multiple Gmail accounts?
Well, Google confuses it because every time you set up a Gmail account, you have to set up your name, your address, your phone number, all that kind of information. And if you're doing a personal Gmail account, you're going to have a different address than a business Gmail account. So now Google is verifying 4 different accounts for 4 different addresses for 4 different phone numbers, and it's confusing it.
And that's why it just needs to be one. But even if you're personal versus business.
Google don't care.
Yeah, they don't care. They really don't.
They don't. They have no care whatsoever. All they care about is 1 or 2. They could have 2, but it has to be consistent. If it's all this is your personal, then it has to be personal consistency.
It's not verified.
If it's Google Business, then it have to be Google Business consistency, which means your Yelp, your Facebook, all of those mediums have to be consistent. Nobody usually has that kind of consistency through all their social medias.
Okay, and the primary reason for that consistency, the advantage of the consistency is?
Google does not confuse or get confused with all the data coming in, and don't get pissed off at you and kick you off their server. That's really what you want.
Well, okay, but what about the SEO advantages? Aren't there SEO advantages
Well, now you
too?
target marketing on a consistent level. See, when you do AdWords, Google AdWords, you want to bucket your words so they consistently come up. Taglines, like your hashtags for your Twitter and stuff. They're always consistent tag words. So you want to bucket them. That way you could just cut and paste your whole entire bucket on a consistent level. So Google already has your wordsmithing. The same words consistently used on the same platforms.
Okay, and again, the advantage to that from a client standpoint?
From a client standpoint, there is no advantage besides Google likes you better.
Okay.
From Google's standpoint, it gives them a lot less work to do. And they're not going to figure out your stuff. They're just there. You're figuring out your own stuff.
Okay. Is it faster for the clients to be able to access the
Well,
information?
one's always faster than 10. That's the normal thing. If you have one consistent phone number, it's always going to be faster than 10 different phone numbers.
Okay, but articles that would be written, ads that you do,
Like blogging and stuff.
all that stuff, that's where some of it would come into play. It'd be advantageous to just have, for example, the one YouTube account so that if somebody clicks on your YouTube link that you've got in your article, then it'll go just to that one YouTube link. And you're going to be maximizing your SEO because you're not going to your second or third YouTube link that you used to have.
Well, that and Google also knows what other YouTube channels you're using and other platforms you're using. It's not like they're not doing their research on you as well. And if you have 5 different YouTube channels for 5 different reasons, and it's not integrated into one consistency, they're just going to kick you off because they're confused. Google does not want to be confused by you.
Okay.
They could care less of if you're on the top search engine by paying. Even if you pay, I know people who pay $200-300 a month just to be on the top thing. Google gets confused and they get kicked off.
That's me.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Not me.
It's so